All right, everybody, welcome to Nick and Jeff. I'm Jeff, and I've got the handsome
Nick.
Nick. Your shirt is lovely tonight. It's really showing off that handsome body of yours.
Is it? I don't know. It's what do you call it? My thermal underwear that I bought for Tasmania, but it's also just really warm and comfy. So
Very, very cozy.
so
Nick,
I'm wearing my underwear on camera.
that's what people want. We're going to talk about something in this episode. That's an audience of no one. A very niche market, I think.
Yeah, there'll be some Nintendo fans out there that might be keen.
We're going to talk about what it's like to get all the spirits in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, or how to get them. And if you want to know how to get them, I'll put some timestamps down below so you can jump straight to it. But Nick, for the audience that listens or watches us, what the hell is a Super Smash Bros. Spirit?
Well, I think the best way to explain it is back in earlier Smash Brothers games, they had little trophies that you could get. So they essentially look like little amiibo. So if you wanted like a trophy Link, you had to complete classic mode with Link, and you got a little trophy that appeared on a table. And I don't know, by the end of Melee or Brawl or whatever it was, there was a couple hundred of them, maybe. I think, and I think when Ultimate came out, they were like,
fun to collect them all.
It was, and when Ultimate came out, Sakurai was like, no. Now we've got too many franchises, too many characters. We've gone and introduced things from other worlds and games. It's too many. So instead of creating 3D models for trophies or amiibo-looking things, he just did sticker spirits, which is essentially you're just collecting a bunch of stickers for the game. Stickers of characters, stickers of power-ups, stickers of... Let's have a look and see what is in the collection.
Go to your collection, Nick. Well, they're actually all like original artwork from every aspect of every game, really, right?
Yeah.
So they all kind of look crazy different. Like you look at the Metal Gear Solid ones versus, I don't know, the Game & Watch ones versus the NES Volleyball versus like the crazy high-rendered Mario Strikers ones or whatever. Like,
yep.
Yeah.
Even just the Zelda ones, like you got things from Breath of the Wild, Ocarina of Time, Link to the Past,
they got original
Wind Waker. Yeah, they have original Link, like original.
Go to him. Go to him.
Is that Zelda 2 Link?
Yeah, that's
just
Zelda
Link.
1 Link.
Legend of Zelda Link. Then they got like the Kome and Kotake or whatever the names are, and like the Deku Scrub Link, and this is just the ones from Zelda. There's heaps of like the Bokoblins and all sorts of stuff that doesn't even...
1,500 and 1,513 spirits
1,513 spirits.
Recording of 5th of September. But we got them all, Nick. We got them all.
We did get them all.
We had a little magical day together where we didn't plan on getting them all, but we did.
We had another, like, hey, Jeffrey, I want to come and hang out and see you. And we had a day where we're like, yeah, let's play games together. And then we just ended up playing single-player games by ourselves, but together. The same way we did when we both played Legends of Arceus.
It was a game to see who could get them all.
Yes. But how did that start? You had a friend that had them all or something?
Yeah, Lockie, he had all the spirits, and this was like 4 years ago, or 3 years ago when the game came out, and he was like,
oh, wow.
What? You don't have them all? And I'm like, no, it's too awkward and too hard. Like,
there's some sort of peasants, with some sort of Nintendo peasants that haven't got them all.
They would have added, I reckon, like 300 plus spirits in the past couple years.
Oh, wow.
But you somehow get them all.
Oh, well,
you get about, I think there's like 600 from the story mode, and then I think there's probably, or how many fighters are there? 70 plus 80,
82, 81, 82 maybe.
So yeah, there's at least 80 stickers just from completing classic mode with every character, and
True.
then sometimes like Byleth or I don't know who else has alternate costumes, Byleth male and female, Wii Fit Trainer male and female, and then the DLC little events. But basically, yeah, there's just a lot of spirits to collect, and then there's like a sort of post-game spirit collectathon, which we'll get to that. But
Nick, and I think
what's a spirit battle? Tell the audience.
Well, that was the thing. I think hearing your friend Lockie had them all and was like, oh, you guys don't. It was like, well, let's see how many we've got, Jeffrey. Let's see how far away it is. And so we jumped in, and I think I had 1325, and you had maybe like 1310. So I wasn't too far in front. And then it was just sort of a quick little, you were like, I'm going to get just like 10, 15 more. And I think you did that by doing the spirit board, which I've now brought up on a little screen for you to look at. And if you look at it, see how it says, say Pauline here. She has a tick next to her name. Right in the just the top right-hand corner of her little card there. It has a little tick. That means that...
you've got her.
Means you've got her.
Spirit.
You've got her, but you've also got her in your collection. Because as you can see, I've got all the spirits. They're all part of my collection. I have collected them all at one point or another. But none of the other ones have ticks. And that is because I don't currently have them in my collection. So it's like, I don't know, having collected them but don't currently have them. And that's because they combine. Is that right, Jeffrey?
Yeah, so
you can combine some of them?
You've got to combine spirits to make a better spirit. So, like, well, let's just say you had a spirit of Goku, which is not there, and you wanted to get the Super Saiyan spirit of Goku. You'd have to sacrifice Goku and a light bulb to get Super Saiyan Goku.
That's a good example. Well, yeah, I'm in the combining area now. So say like Ho-Oh, for example. What do we have to combine to get Ho-Oh? So you have to combine Raikou, Entei, and Suisun's core. So the three legendary dogs. Yeah, and then like a support, just 2 support cores. So that
I feel like that one's pretty complicated, Nick.
That is pretty complicated. But what's another character that people know? What is that? Sonic the Werehog. Let's see.
There you go. So you need a regular Sonic, and then I reckon you need some sort of wolf or dog.
Yeah. So it's weird what some of these cores are. Oh, like Cappy. What was Cappy? Cappy was a good one.
Yeah, he was a ghost.
Yes,
Boo ghost and some sort of hat. Oh.
Yeah, the hat from Legend of Zelda Minish Cap. Which
that's cool.
Like that's cool. So in order to get that one, you have to combine a hat and a ghost, and it's like that's cool. That's pretty cool how you can collect some of them. But then, so I sacrificed the Boo, I sacrificed the Minish Cap bird, and I don't have those anymore.
Yeah.
But
so you don't have those part of your collection, so it's hard to know on the spirit board what you have and what you haven't collected, essentially.
Yes. The only way you can, for people out there who haven't collected them all, the only way you can know which ones you haven't collected in these screens here as part of your collection. It would be like a blank spot. Would you say, yeah, that's it? A blank spot?
Yeah, it's definitely a blank spot. And there's the silhouette, like it'll be like a darkened out, grayscale version of whatever the image is, which means you can collect it somewhere, through a match or something. Or if they're like completely black, that means you've got to, I guess, summon them by combining them.
Yeah, so there were some that you level up, like say the Giratina here, for example. You start him at level 1, and then if you level him up to level 99, you can evolve him into Giratina origin form, I guess. Is that how that works? Yeah. But then you would lose your Giratina in the original form, which means you wouldn't have a tick next to his name in the spirit board. So confusing. I'm sure that was very exciting for everyone listening, but it's a total mess to try and work out which ones you do and don't have. At least that's what we thought as well. But you have to
then. You have to get all this currency, right? And so thankfully, we played the game for years, and so we've had plenty of currency. I don't feel like that was a real issue. We got around it, right?
Yes.
We play lots of games together, so we get currency for whatever. And then I played a lot of the online tournaments, so I got currency and double ups I could sell for points to buy more stuff or buy snacks.
Buy the snacks. And on top of that, we also both have completed all of classic mode with every character, I believe.
Yeah.
So that one. Boot this up here.
Actually, no. I haven't anymore. I haven't done. Probably still haven't done Minecraft.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Oh, well,
I could be wrong.
I have. And as far as I remember, my highest number 1 score is still higher than yours.
Oh, we had this fight, didn't we?
We did, yeah. And then I smashed you with Ridley, I think. But I'd like to know.
Mine was Young Link for a while, and I think that would have annoyed you. But anyway, that's irrelevant. Yeah, he's still Young Link. 1.9 million. Wait, what was yours?
Oh, it's irrelevant now, is it? Mine
You'd be ahead. I want to know how much.
1,949,200.
I'm 1,000,000, 1.941.
Yes.
So you're
So
like
I'm-
just ahead. Okay.
I'm
Anyway,
8,000 in front.
Nick, you get a lot of these spirits from playing the adventure mode, World of Light.
Yes.
Do you like that was like 4 years ago, I think. 3 years
Yeah,
ago?
whenever
Do you
the game
remember
first
much
came
about
out.
it?
No.
Like I got 100%. You would have got 100%, obviously.
Yep, it's 100% on the screen there. Cleared all the spaces, awakened
34
all the
hours.
fighters.
Wow. It's a long time.
Well, I played on hard as well, so it was
Oh.
it was damn hard. I don't know if you did that, but yeah.
It was fun to get all the spirits here.
Yeah.
And I think what, you sort of miss is the spirits would have secondary effects for your characters too. So, sometimes you'd get to like a stage where the floor is made out of lava,
Yeah.
and you needed a spirit somewhere else on the map that gave you lava immunity or something like that. So some of the levels were, I guess, nearly impossible unless you had the right spirit to battle
That's
against.
right. So like that might be one where like the floor's electrified and you can't the entire floor is electrified, so it's impossible to fight the fighter unless you get some sort of electric resistance spirit.
It's kind of crazy because you combine all these effects, right? And you can play regular battles, like between friends like us, with spirits. I don't think we've ever done that, Nick.
No.
I don't think we ever will.
No, I don't think we ever will. It just makes it too ridiculously unfair, I think, or unbalanced, or I could make it just so many different weird combinations, and it turns an already competitive enough game into something that's so meta and so ridiculous that I don't think either of us have the time or care. And to be honest, I don't think there's any Smash Brothers fans out there that care for that mode.
I wouldn't. Well, we've never done it, so I don't think so. I think it would be. Yeah, I think you're right. It'd be cool, but like, there's not balanced. How do you balance 1,500 power-ups?
Yeah, exactly. 1,500 power-ups is too many. Oh God. But so it was a really fun day for us, I think. Something about like both of us just ended up being entranced and in just this something happened to us where we just could not stop collecting spirits.
I reckon it was about 4 hours to get between 200 or 300 spirits.
I think so, yeah, because we're missing like 200, 250 each, I think. But then, scrolling through the list, like we both go into our spirit list inventory and we're like, okay, I'm missing this one. Because we're only missing a few, so we worked out, okay, if you look at them, say, in order to get Mario, or actually, what was a better example? What's a better example? If you go to the summon screen, I think that was where we started. We started with the summon screen. So there were a bunch that were...
essentially, ones you could just summon up the top. Meaning you had these other spirits, right? You had these other spirits to summon these spirits, and we would just go through the list of the ones we could do, right? And I think it would have said at the time, new or something to indicate you don't have this one yet.
Yes, exactly that.
So we didn't waste our time too much.
It was just the ones that were blacked out that we didn't have.
Yeah.
So we just went through one by one and we started combining, and then just in the course of like half an hour, we'd gotten 100 spirits maybe, and we're like, oh, we've only got like 100 left.
And then I think what helped me, right, is some of these spirits you don't know which ones equal what, but I just went through the list of the Pokemon ones I didn't have because I know all the Pokemon, so it was a very easy like, okay, I need to get Articuno, Moltres, Zapdos, or whatever, like, what do I need to make that spirit? And I found that method really easily, and that ticked off like 20.
Yes, I think, you said, because we had, like you said, we played so much classic mode and so much of like single player and versus mode and all these other things. So we already had a lot of candies and spirit power to level everything up. So we're like, oh, okay, well, if we look at...
I definitely had more than you.
You, well, you had more candy than me because I was an idiot and sold them because I didn't think I'd need them. But
what kind of rookie video game mistake is that? I'm gonna sell my items. Come on. Who does that?
well, we talk about it
I
all
might
the
need that
time.
level 1 wooden sword.
Yeah, we talk about that all the time. How when you play RPGs, you get like these max potions throughout the game that fully heal you, like your party, or like these ultimate items that you're like, I need to save this for a boss fight. I need to save this for a boss fight. And then you finish the game, you're like, oh, I've got so many left. So when I ran out of spirit points, when I ran out of the currency to spend, I was like, oh, I've got all these items just sitting in my inventory. I'll sell some of those. And then you ended up getting them all a couple hours before me because I ran out and couldn't, say, evolve Kyogre into Primal Kyogre.
So, Nick, go to... I don't know if you've got any candy left, but go to the level up screen. So there's like a couple different modes here, right? So essentially this is turning all your spirit, or some of your spirits, into like their Super Saiyan ultimate form. Like, so can you level up just one character? Do you have any candy to level up any?
Yeah, I do. Get out
So,
of here
and then
you.
what's really good, right, is when like the Joy-Con feedback
Oh yeah,
of leveling up the character is actually really satisfying, rewarding, and the controller will just vibrate in such a really good satisfying way that you know they evolve. Like, what the hell is this? This went from Travis touchdown to full armor Travis.
Armor Travis.
I guess I haven't played
number 3.
Number 3, so you'd know that, not me.
I haven't played it yet either. But yeah, and so we look through and you can clearly see when you would go into your inventory which ones say would need to level up because there'd be a big
if you get like Groudon and Kyogre or whatever, like, you know, clearly their powered up versions like were blank and like, okay, I know exactly I've got to power this guy up to level 99 to evolve the spirit.
And there was a heap of them too. Like, we just looked and we were like, oh, scrolling through, like, oh yeah, clearly this one turns into this one. Clearly this one turns into this one. Clearly this one turns into this one. Because you'd go in and see, where did he go? There was Travis just there somewhere. Yeah, so I'd see Travis and there was a big spot next to him and like, okay, clearly Travis has got to evolve because you go and look at the spirit itself and it says can be enhanced. So it did take us a good few hours, probably 3-4 hours. So I guess if you wanted to do this and you've been playing Smash Bros. For a few years, just set aside a day off to go through and just look at the ones that can be leveled up.
I don't think like you could do it slowly, right? Like, you don't need a day off. You could play 20 minutes and achieve. Like it's achievable, all right? If you're a Super Smash fan, you've done all of World of Light, you've done all the classic mode, probably, right? Classic mode's really fun. Like, you're nearly there. And then you might think, but how the hell are you going to get all these extra things you need to combine these spirits? And the spirit boards, you know, only got so many at a time. And then, like, it clicked, Nick. It clicked for both of us. The game wants you to get all the spirits. Like, as soon as we discovered that, like, that was incredible. I felt like, wow, like we can do this.
Yeah, that was it, wasn't it? Something in us just clicked because we've been playing Smash Brothers for years. And Ultimate, you know, I guess we had Smash Brothers on the Wii U, Super Smash Brothers, whatever it was, Wii U, and they've ported it to the Switch and included all the DLC characters, all the same stuff. So we've been playing this Smash for a long time, but we just couldn't be bothered looking into getting all the spirits because we didn't understand it. And then something just clicked with us competing against each other for like an hour, half an hour, into trying to work out how to get these things. And we finally worked it out. Breaking them into, say, primary spirits and support spirits. So if you go into support spirits, you could see, okay, yeah, I'm missing that one. If they could be leveled up, it was completely black. But if it was something that you could obtain, there was just like a grayed out sort of washed out color of that character, whereas if it was an evolution, it was literally just like black. And that's when the spirit board comes in, right? Like, say you needed that mushroom or the ghost to make Cappy or whatever, right? The spirit board would, like, I'd say 1 out of 3 times, if not more, would have the spirits you needed
So you'd do that spirit battle, you'd get the spirit, and then you'd be rewarded with that spirit to make that new combined one. And like that was just like so satisfying. And then because we've got so many items, we could shuffle the spirit board continuously until we got what we needed. Or figuring out, once we knew what we needed, like it was a lot easier just to get, because you can go between, as you said, primaries and supports.
Yeah, support. So if you look at the screen now, I can do it at the moment. These are all at the moment.
So let's say you needed to evolve primal Kyoga, right? And like Kyoga's, he was leveling up, but like he's right there.
That's right. So you could just get him like that. But if you looked through the support characters that you needed, and you're like, oh, I'm missing a few support characters. I never understood what these items were until like now I've used them all and sold them all, but I never understood what these were for. So if you say shuffle all supports, it brings only support spirits into the fights for you to look at. So you're like, oh, these are all support characters, and then if you shuffled enough, like 3 or 4 times, which you would have a bunch of the item of, because we did, you can just get the ones that you're missing. The game wants you to get them all. We just couldn't tell which ones we had and which ones we didn't. The tick is the confusing part, I think. Wouldn't you agree?
Yeah,
like, I hate the tick.
You definitely agree. Like the tick's like, oh no, why do I need to redo this spirit battle? I've already got it. But when it says you own 0, but there's a tick, it's sort of confusing. Right, so I think that's the major learning curve, I think.
Yes.
And then we had to sort of understand. It's just a tick and flick. It's like a reconciliation of.
It really is. Yeah.
Of Smash Brothers stickers, spirits,
and that okay. You know what? I'll do one quick fight while you say vamp for a second.
So go back. I wanted to explain the screen, Nick. Actually, but basically, when you choose a character, right? You choose your fighter, and then you get to choose their spirits, right? And then on that screen, which you skip by so fast, it lets you choose a spirit that would help you in the fight, right? So you've got these spirits now. That's you're a giant, and you've probably got really good smash attacks because you beat that battle in about 3 seconds.
Yeah.
And this is actually enjoyed this, right? So every time you get a spirit or do a spirit board, like you're not guaranteed to get it.
Yes,
especially
that's
like
right.
The legendary ones, like you got to work harder to get it. But
that's right.
It's just that little extra reward or risk. Like, all right, I've done the battle. Now, can I get the item? Can I make the jump?
And that's the thing. For the most part, unless it's a legendary fight, they're really not that frustrating. Like they're pretty easy. Like say for example, like a lot of them are one shot done. Like that, I just did another one. That one took me 3 seconds.
We know exactly what we're doing.
True, but that's like you pick a heavy character and you can smash,
charge up that smash attack, and then you're done.
And just collect a bunch really easily and really quickly. And it was but the tick is the most confusing thing, because the tick means that you currently have it in stock, but you have to go into that list of spirits to see what you've already collected and what you haven't already collected. So
what I think it would be interesting, Nick, for people who play Smash Brothers at the start and then they go, why would you come back? Like we come back because me and you like fighting each other, right? But coming back to Smash Brothers, if you go, you get out of this battle.
Oh, sorry. I'll quickly finish it. Yeah, so
stop playing the game.
Sorry, I'm just trying to get some stuff on the background.
Okay, let's explain this one. Gold Isabelle, right? This is Meowth, and Meowth loves coins, right? Obviously, and all of a sudden, everyone's made out of gold. It's the Mario level where coins are everywhere. And Nick, you've got to actually kill like 3 of them, I think.
Well, 3 of them? Oh, God, is that how many I've got?
That sort of represents Meowth, which I thought it's kind of cool. It's kind of neat. Like it's an event battle.
Yeah, like Isabelle's probably the closest to Meowth.
Nick, you lost.
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you hit. Oh, you used an item.
No, I accidentally used an item. My attention has been a little bit scattered.
Meowth spirit. Actually, now Nick, don't do another battle.
What
got really exciting, right, is when we first started doing it, and then we realized the words change when it's a new spirit. to like.
Yes.
I can't remember, but it's not. Got it? No, got it's when you've already got it.
No, it
like
literally says new. So if we go to this screen, say for example, it would say somewhere on the spirit there on the card, it would just say a tiny little new.
No, on the reward. But so the other way to get spirits, right, is to come. One, you have to obviously completed World of Light. You'll get access to like these 5 little shops. So you would just go in and you would buy. If it says new, no brainer, go buy it.
Yes.
And these shops sort of rotate. I reckon probably like every 20 minutes, maybe 10 minutes.
Yeah, thereabouts. Yeah.
Pretty frequently, but they all do different things in the game, in the World of Light game. But for here, you just wanted to buy essentially the different spirits. And then
the other little trick.
Go to the other shop as well. The vault shop.
The other little trick that I think needs to be explained here is, see if you look at the top of where it says Majora's Mask and then trade-off ability, it says I currently own one of them already. So,
which means you definitely don't need it.
Yeah. So this screen doesn't have the ticks. Spirit Board has the ticks. This doesn't have the ticks, but it tells you whether or not you have one. So I would still say, even if say you come to the shop and it's already part of your collection, even if it says you don't own it, just buy it anyway. If you've got the currency, just buy it anyway.
The other one, Nick, every time I booted up the game, I checked this shop all the time.
So did I.
Because what would happen is, instead of playing classic mode a second time as the female or the male character of Wii Fit Trainer, the Spirit Fighter artwork, the playable character artwork would sometimes appear here in the shop as well. Yes. And this one always felt very obvious if you had 0 or it was a new spirit. But they could be very expensive.
Yeah, again, it would always just say new. And when we started this as well, I had like 150,000 coins, I think. But I just, if you look in and it said owned, I just wouldn't buy one. Or if it didn't say, if it said I didn't have any in stock, I just kept buying them all. And it was very, it just needs to be a little bit simpler, I think. Because that was, what would you change, I think, for... To make it easier for people that want to get all the spirits?
I think I would ditch the sacrifice mechanic, right?
Yeah.
Getting rid of something feels, should I be doing this? Do I need this later? And it's unknown. So I felt like that I would definitely get rid of that. Obviously, the whole new, owned, got it, ticks, some sort of way better method in every form you can get a spirit. Hey, you've already earned this reward. Or you've got one, you've got 0. Like, you've earned it, but you don't have any in stock. Like, very clear signs that you've got it or not. I
agree. Because it's just, like, this screen is like you said, a good example. The summoning thing, having to get rid of spirits, you're like, do I need this?
Like,
Does that mean...
Click on one of them that needs, like, 3 or 4, right? Like, that one's only need 2.
Yeah,
like, okay, whoa, what the hell's going on here, right? Like, you need a whole bunch of everything to get this. And then it'll probably say, hey, do you want to sacrifice these legendary spirits to make this other legendary spirit? You're like, yes? No?
I don't know. And we always wondered, like, if I do this sacrificing thing to summon, does that mean that my collection numbers go down? Because I'm sacrificing 3 to get 1. I want my numbers to go up, not down.
And do you need it for another summon, right? Like, it's just
exactly
confusing. Or I wish it said when you would summon, like, hey, you've already got one of these.
Yeah, I wish it. That's what needs to happen. And obviously,
I guess it was obvious the summon would be black, right? Black silhouette if you definitely didn't have it, but just a more obvious sign.
Yeah, and I guess it's probably too late because, the game's been out for X amount of years and Nintendo is clearly too stubborn to change it. But even, what's this one that I'm on? Spike. So if you look at all the other ones have ticks next to them, which means not only have I already got them as part of my collection, but I currently have them in stock, I guess. Whereas this one, like, I've collected them all. I'm done. I've collected them all. My screen says I've collected... my screen says I've collected them all. But then I've obviously spent Spike. I've used Spike on some other thing to upgrade someone else or to summon someone else or whatever. And so then I don't have her anymore. The same way it's with this one now. It says, do you want to lose these spirits?
I love the combination, though. I can't. The screen's too small for me to tell, but the Mario Brothers sea urchin and some sort of placenta thing
Yeah,
equals Spike. I'm like, oh, that's so cute.
yeah. So it's
Nick,
just very confusing,
one thing I want to touch on
unnecessarily confusing.
One thing I wanted to touch on is like the reason to come back and like to do all these spirits, right? Is
Yes.
I think I tried saying this at the start, but like, why would you come back? Like, if you go to the inventory list of your spirits, right?
Yep.
Go back, inventory, and then go all the way to the very bottom, right? I think there was maybe, I don't know, like 1,100 spirits at the start. But now, they've added, obviously, DLC characters, right?
Mm-hmm.
So there's obviously, who's that? Kingdom Hearts and all that other stuff. But as, like, the Mario games get unleashed, like Metroid Dread, like, there's Mario Golf, Metroid Dread, Tekken,
Yeah.
like there's all Monster Hunter, right? Monster Hunter is not in the game. Like, these have all been added in, like Tetris blocks, Resident Evil 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, wow. You make a really good point. Like looking at you can see. I didn't realize how many the game released with when it started. Like you said, maybe 1,100. But if you,
I think Pikachu and Eevee were one of the first.
Yeah, but if you keep going back and looking at all of them as they come along, it'd be the Let's Go Eevee, Let's Go Pikachu that they would have added. There's Mario Party ones that they would have added. Then you got Persona when they added Joker into the game. Yeah. Hero when they they have this Link's Awakening Link. So obviously that came out when Link's Awakening came out, and it's just
the thing is, go to Link's Awakening, right?
Yeah,
and then I think is there a plot? Go back one screen. I think there's a battle. Well, there might be a battle. Is there you can hit plus? I can't see it. And you can fight a Link's Awakening inspired battle, right there. You probably it might say cleared, but there's a good chance you've never actually done that fight.
Yeah,
before.
Yeah, you're
so like
absolutely
there's
right.
unique content, in the game that you're missing out on.
Isn't that mental? Like
because you don't need to do Spirit Board to get spirits. You can get them through playing other modes of the game.
Yeah, all these years of us playing.
So like, is there any of the Resident Evil ones? Like, what's Leon?
Leon is Fox with like a darker suit.
Is there any other special conditions?
Oh, let's see. What does it say? So if we go to fight him, defeat the main fighter. So the enemy favors neutral specials. So I think that just means shooting his gun.
Well, so here's one I think you'll find really cute, Nick. Go down until what's the Hyrule Warriors definitive? Not Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, and there'll be the little guardian, and check out his little battle. You went past him. Go up.
Did I? Oh, Age of Calamity. Oh, there it is.
There he is.
The little guardian. Yep.
And so, like, you look at the little battle screen, right?
Oh, it's a little Rob.
It's Rob, and just the Final Destination version of, Hyrule Temple. But like, it's it's cute little stuff. Like there's creative input put into the game for these little spirits to play.
And I guess you have to be a Smash Brothers fan to draw the the word association or the character association with that. So seeing like, oh yeah, cool. You want to get the little spirit from Hyrule Warriors, little Calamity, little tiny robot. Well, you're gonna have to fight a mini Rob, which is like, oh, Rob's a little mini tiny robot. Oh, that's cute. It's Nintendo's way of trying to get us to use our imagination still, I think.
No, it's very creative. I'm like, what's the they got Bowser's Fury, right? Like,
so there we go. Like the dog, the Palamute from Monster Hunter. You're fighting the Duck Hunt duo. It does the Duck Hunt dog. So you're still fighting a dog. It's just like the Duck Hunt dog. Like, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Like, you fight the Magnamalo. It's a big purple Bowser or whatever it is. Like, it's pretty
close.
Yeah, it's pretty close. It's like, it's not quite there, but you can understand how they do it.
So Nick, we got a couple minutes left. How awesome, right? We've loved this game for so many years.
We have.
We went through playing World of Light, and then we went through playing, probably trying to get classic mode done of every character.
Yes.
and you know, we make our own sort of competitive modes for each other and stuff, play online, and then it's like, you know what? Just got a little bit more in the tank. Here, go finish, go get all the spirits too, right? Like it just keeps on giving.
But it was such a great afternoon, like going to your place to play games together, and then we just ended up playing on our Switches by ourselves. Like, how many have you got? I've got 1490. Well, I've got 491. The 1491. You just keep playing.
And that would set you off so easily. It's great.
And like, it also set you up. Like, oh, damn it, Nick's got one more. Oh, I got one more. And then shuffling the spirit board and having, like, oh, I need this one to show up. Oh, Jeffrey, the game wants you to get them all.
And then it was really fun because we were helping each other too, right? I'd be like, wait, didn't I just get that spirit? I'm like, oh, Nick, you need, like, this one's on the spirit board. You need this. And if I didn't have it, you won't have it either. So yeah, get that spirit and evolve it or combine it or whatever. And we helped each other. It was a really good afternoon.
It really was. I think, and I did the same thing. You were going through working on which ones you could level up, and I was going through working on the ones that you could combine and summon. And so I'm going through, and like I'd see one come up on your spirit board. I'm like, no, Jeffrey, you need that one. You need that one to combine because you hadn't looked at that as much yet. And then you'd be going through like, oh, Nick, you should level up that one. You should level up that one. You need to level up that one because when I then was leveling them up, it was so good.
It was really satisfying when you were like getting close to running out of snacks to level up your character. And I had so many snacks. And then even by the end, I was like, oh no, I'm not gonna have enough. And then I had enough doubles from playing, you know, just random online tournaments all the time. Yeah. And like you get legendary spirits from that, and I'm like, I've got so many, I could just sell them to buy more snacks. But yeah, like I only just had enough in the end. Like I got rid of all my doubles, and I didn't want to. I know I had other legendary ones, but they weren't a double, so I didn't want to get rid of them. Just in case, you know, even when I only had like 6 left to get, I'm like, I can't get rid of these ones. I might need it.
And I had to then go home and grind for about 2.5 hours. I lost a bunch of sleep because I ran out of candies, and I had to keep leveling them up. So I had to get some more candies to try and level them all up.
Did you look up the best method to get candies?
I just kept farming through the caverns and doing classic mode again, and it was
because you can send your spirits off to do stuff.
Yeah, and just playing on the spirit board. But I think I speak for both of us when I say it was definitely a memorable day and one that we will remember for decades to come. 10 years from now, we'll look back and
go, we had so much fun. We wanted to talk about it in a podcast. It's going to be a very niche audience, I think.
that no one else is going to care about.
Already our niche audience.
Yes, I think unless you are stupidly into Smash Brothers and have seen the spirits and haven't really cared about trying to get, like, it's a very niche audience, I think. But we were really excited about it the day that we collected them all, and so we're like, I want to talk about it. Let's talk about it some more. Let's talk about how fun that was.
We've got less than a minute to wrap this up, so we can't talk about it anymore. I'm Jeff. You're Nick. You can find us on youtube.com/Nick&Jeff, and sometimes we put some stuff on Facebook as well, and all the podcasts, so you don't have to watch us. You can listen to us too.
Absolutely, yeah. Let us know in the comments if how many spirits you've got, if we've inspired you to go and get them all, or if you're better than us and you've had them all for years anyway and we suck.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a fun little, very niche podcast out there for you fans of Spirit Board. But I think that's it.
Gotta catch them all. Love you, Nick. Bye.
Love you too, Jeffrey. Bye.